Good morning and welcome to TRK's Man Cave. Well, this morning we are working on putting together a new Xbox or a used Xbox. I can explain what happened here. Some time ago, we spilled coffee down in this Xbox. Okay, this Xbox is a Call of Duty themed Xbox. Okay, so I've got this new motherboard to put in here, along with some other parts that actually came with the motherboard, which I wasn't really expecting. I've got a new Wi-Fi Bluetooth piece to put in it because the coffee that I spilled in this thing ruined that piece that I had. So, hard drive is good in it, as far as I know, over here. This piece is probably good, but I got a new piece. I don't know what that board, it's just a board that it hooks into the power and all that. Okay, so I don't know. I may use that board. I'm going to inspect it. I may just continue to use that one because I hate to take that off the clip, but I may have to. So anyway, this is where we're going with this today. We'll get this thing out. I did have to fix this piece. I put a little piece of plastic back here on this just to help support it. It's not in the way of anything. It'll be covered. You won't even see it. This whole clip right here busted off when I took that off of there. So I've got the clip back on there. I JB welded it on, which is just an epoxy. So it's pretty sturdy now. Like I said, you won't even see it once you get it closed back up. But that's the only thing that really broke on this thing when I took it apart. Just it's old and it's brittle. So anyway, that's where we're at on that. So let's get started. Okay. We are going to get started by... Okay, we're going to get started by taking all this and putting it into this tray. And the reason being is because this tray has the Call of Duty theme color on the back of it, where this one just has the old black, Xbox look. So we'll save this tray because I might be able to rebuild another Xbox eventually. So we're going to go ahead and get things. Well, I'm not going to take the fan out of it. I do have to take this piece out. Okay. They just pop out. And then this one has a screw in it. I'm not sure what size that is. Look at maybe a 7, T7, possibly. We're going to go ahead and just stick that screw back in there for now. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the little CD-ROM tray out. I'll probably end up using this tray since I spilled coffee in the other one. This one looks good. My other one looks good, but we'll see what we do, you know. Let's see what this says. 03 September of 14. This one might be a little bit older board, possibly. Looks the same, just might be just a little older. All right, so we got that. I think the only thing we need to do, by the way, I did take this board off the front of this case because I'll probably end up just using this. This just pops straight out, and then your ribbon cable comes out of there, your little signal cable. So I've got to get that out of the old one. Okay, let's see what we need here. To take this off and out of here, you got to take these screws loose. I do believe T8 is what I'm using on these. Okay. There's some other screws too. Not just here. You know what? Now those are the bigger screws. I think I'm going to take those out first. I think it's these. Yes, it's this bit, which I think is a T10. Take these two screws out here and these two screws out right there. Pretty tight. All right, now let's change our bits here. Back to the T8. Back up. Now let's go ahead and get these out. Okay, that should lift out of there. Should. Make sure I've got all screws out. I do think I do. Yeah. Just have to pull back on it just a little. Okay, so there we go. All right. So we're just gonna put her back in here. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, and we're going to set this one out of the way. Bring this forward a little bit here, and then just reverse the process here. Get a screw put in here. I'd use my little electric screwdriver, but these really go in kind of hard, so it probably would not work well. Okay, I'm not going to tighten these down just yet until I get everything started, including the other screws. I don't want to push down on this thing. It's kind of setting on the fan. You don't want to push down on that because that probably wouldn't be good on the fan. Swap bits to the T10 for these. There again, like I said, I'm not going to tighten these down. I'm just getting them started. I'm going to make sure I get everything lined up here. It has pins to line it up correctly, but still, I want to make sure all my ports are lined up correctly before I tighten this thing down. Okay, let's flip her over and see. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay. All right. Okay, watch out, this is pretty sharp. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that side. That looks good. Go ahead and tighten this one. And this one. Okay. So I tightened these two. I snugged that one. Let's tighten this one right here. Okay. Then we can go ahead and change our bit. We can tighten the processor screws down, the heat sink. Tighten these down. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's in. All right, now let's go ahead and put this board on here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it put on. That's got 3 screws. Okay, there we go. Now, we need to take this. See, this is still on. Okay, that was the screws to that. All right, so this is what can probably be a lot of fun. Let me take my little thing here and see if we can get that back. Come on. There we go. There, now the cable pops right out of there. Okay. So there's that one. That's the old one. Make sure that's clean. Okay, here's the new one. Without messing it up. It like slides over. I don't know if you can see that. The whole thing, it's got plastic. It slides over and it pulls that cable in there. Okay, and then you just push that little piece in and it's locked in. Okay, so there we are. There's that. So you just now you just got to be careful with it. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably put this back in. Oh yeah, we got to take out the speaker. Kind of hard to get out of there. Tell you what, we're going to have to get us a pair of pliers. Okay, I'm going to use an unconventional pair of side cuts because this thing has a lip on it. Let's see if we can just grab that carefully and just wiggle that out. There, see? Those work really good for that application. See, it had a couple lips on there. I was able to pull it directly out. Okay, so you can only go back in one way. So it has a little cog. All right, so there's the speaker. I'll just lay it aside for now. Save that board in case this other board doesn't work. These screws go with that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put in the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever it is. It's a Blu-ray. All right. Get my little thing here, dust it off a little bit. Now this is the one that came with the new board that I just bought. Now it's a used board, I'm sorry. It's a used board, okay? We're hoping it works. Fellow I bought it off of said it works, so we'll see. This kind of sets in like so. Now let's see. Should have a little. There. Okay, there we go. Okay, there it's set in now. Okay. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay. Plug the SATA data cable in. That's the SATA power. Okay, that's the old piece. I may take that one off of this and use this one as on this board, because I literally spilled coffee down in this thing right in this area. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll just use this new one that's already on this board that probably works. So we'll do that. We'll just leave that on there for right now. Okay, fan's on there. There's my old fan. Still kind of dirty. He's plugged in. Okay, drive is in there. All right, what's next? Hard drive. As far as I know, this hard drive is still good. It's a 1 terabyte. As far as I know, it is still in good shape. So, where do we go here? I believe it goes clear back here. Right there. Just like that. Okay? Now, hook in the SATA data cable. Okay, and hook in the SATA power to it. Okay, fans already plugged in. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, I do need to take off. Let's scoot this back a minute carefully. Okay, I do need to take off the old Wi-Fi piece. Oop, wrong place. It looks like they're T8s as well. I'm gonna have to unplug that from the board to get it on this cover. Okay, the old one is off. All right. Let's go here and take this out. Okay, there we go. Now let's put him where he goes. Get him screwed in there. Okay. Magnets catching everything. Okay, come on. Come on, little buddy. Okay. Okay. Best thing to do on these is not spill coffee down in them. The best thing to do. They always last longer if you don't spill coffee in them. So, well, there you go. Okay, let's think here. Okay, I do have to do something. I got to put these little boogers in to hold that board down, okay? So let's get this back out of the way. Let's pull this forward a little bit here. Okay, this white one goes in right here. And it's screwed in. The other ones are clipped in. Okay, it's kind of like a little standoff. Okay. There's that one. Then you got these two. There's places to clip those in. Okay. Okay. There it is. There's one of them anyway. Well, you can do it. I know you can. Why is it so hard to get in there? Come on, buddy. What you doing to me? There we go. Okay. 3 standoffs go back in it. Okay. Can't really get them in backwards. So anyway. All right, now I think we're ready for the top cover. Okay, well, don't want to get the cart before the horse here, but we were going to put this on. We're not ready for that yet. This goes on the top here. We're not ready for that. We have to set it. We have to set the whole cage in the base right here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next, carefully. I'm going to pull this forward just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to set this back like this. Okay. Now it's going to, I got to be careful doing this because I got to take this with it. All right. Let's go ahead and set that in like so. Okay. All right. Let's set that under there for right now. I don't like that pulling down on that cable. Okay, so let's see if we're set in here the correct way. Okay, it looks like we are. Okay. All right, so we are back in there now. Okay, now let's see if we can put this down over the way it is. Okay, I'll tell you what we got to do. We're forgetting a major thing. We got to hook this up. Got to hook that up first. Okay. That's our Wi-Fi piece. Now we can set her back down. Gee whiz. Okay. 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 Okay, now we need to take these, which is a T10, and put these screws back in it. Okay. If I remember right. There again, I'm not going to tighten them. I'm just going to get them all started. Okay. Let's pull this forward just a little bit. All right. We're going to put the screws back where they go. I don't think there's a screw in that one. I think there's one here. I think. Not sure on that. Evidently there is. Everywhere it says C, I believe there's a screw. Or supposed to be. Let me think here. Okay, there should be a C there. I put it in. Then I can put the Wi-Fi piece on. Okay. So that one there? No, there is one there, though. Okay. One over here. Right? Nope, that is not one. Right here is a C. Okay. Got one right here. That should be the last one. Huh? Okay. Okay, I'm going to start here and go around it again. Out. Just to snug it up. Okay. Don't want it rattling. All right, and then the middle two. Okay. There's our top on. Now, the speaker needs to go on. So it goes in here first, I do believe, like that. And just like that. There's the speaker, okay? Now, for the new Wi-Fi card. So I bought a new Wi-Fi card as well. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. These little buggers are fun. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna be careful with it here. All right. Now, if I remember right, it goes around like that. I do believe. Yes. Let's make sure that's on there. Okay. All right. Then you just push it down on there. And then you got two little screws, which I think are the T8s. I do believe. So you need your T8 bit. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get the clips put in, which might be kind of hard. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe not. There. Okay, there's one. There's two. Okay, and then it just lines up over here, and there's a little place to connect it right here on the front. It just snaps in, I hope. Yep, you hear the snap? So it just snaps in there, and that's your antenna. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I think I'm just going to go like that so that it doesn't, make sure it connects. Okay, so now I do believe we are ready for the top cover. Okay. Let me double check here. Yep. We are ready for the top cover to go on carefully. Okay. There. It went on. Okay. All right, there that is. Now, if I remember right, we take this carefully. Okay, it lines up like this, okay? Okay. All right, so there's that. Now, you gotta take this piece right here, okay, and it, get up there so you can see. It's supposed to slide in right here, okay, just like that. That's what holds it. It holds these pieces together, okay? You just slide that in there like that. Then it seems like I did it like this. Okay? There we go. Yeah. There it is. A little dirty on the front. Need to wipe that off. Okay. Now, we'll be testing it out to see if it actually works. Yeah, I need to clean in here. I need to clean this, which I will do. Before I get it started, I'll make sure I clean it up real good. Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to end this video. That's the assembly of it. Like I said, this hard drive that's in it, it still has the operating system on it and everything. However, if it doesn't work, I can do a recovery on it because there's really nothing on it. I mean, just some of my stuff. I had an external hard drive on this one too that I saved most of my stuff on. So what I'm going to do is, if it doesn't work, if the hard drive doesn't work, I've got the recovery disk and I can redo it like I did the other Xbox and it should work. So I think that's where we're going to end this video today. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. And hit that notification bell on your way out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.